You think wet food is just a softer, tastier version of dinner. But what if feeding it every single day changes far more than your cat's appetite? What if it changes the way their body holds water, the way their kidneys work, the way their hunger behaves, even the way they act around you? Because some cats that seem greedy, restless, or oddly intense around food may not be spoiled at all. They may be responding to a body that's been trying to adapt to the wrong kind of fuel. And once you see what daily wet food actually does inside them, you may never look at that untouched water bowl the same way again. Stay with me until the end, because the last part is where wet food can quietly backfire in a way most owners never notice. Part 1. Your cat may finally be getting the water their body was built to expect. Have you ever noticed how many cats barely drink, even when fresh water is right there? Most people read that as picky behavior, but it's not. Cats were built from desert hunters. Their ancestors got most of their hydration from prey, not from stopping to drink. That means your cat's thirst drive is naturally weak, not broken, just ancient. And this is where wet food changes everything. Dry food is extremely low in moisture. Wet food, on the other hand, contains moisture levels much closer to what a cat's body was designed to process. So when wet food becomes a daily habit, the body stops operating in that low-grade state of compensation. The kidneys don't have to work as hard to concentrate waste. Urine becomes more diluted, and the urinary system gets a little more of what it was always meant to have: flow. This is the first shift. Not flavor, not indulgence, hydration. And once that changes, other things begin changing too. Part 2. The weight problem may not be your cat's fault. A lot of indoor cats gain weight slowly enough that owners don't notice it happening until it's already become normal. Then the guilt starts. Maybe I fed too much. Maybe my cat is lazy. Maybe they just love food too much. But often, that's the wrong story. Cats are obligate carnivores. Their bodies are built to run on animal-based protein and fat, not on a heavy carbohydrate load. Wet food usually shifts that equation. It tends to be higher in protein, richer in moisture, and lower in carbs. That combination changes satiety. Your cat can feel physically fuller, while often taking in fewer calories. A cat that feels fed is different from a cat that simply ate. One is calm, the other keeps searching. If your cat has ever acted obsessed with food, comment one below. Part 3. The coat reveals what the body is no longer struggling to hide. Before a cat's health shows up in a crisis, it often shows up in texture. The coat gets dull, the skin gets flaky, shedding feels excessive. That's because fur is not just beauty, it's evidence. Daily wet food can help here, in a quiet but visible way. Better protein, better fats, better hydration. So what many owners notice is subtle. The coat gets softer, the texture improves, the dullness fades. And that means something deeper has already shifted. But the strangest change isn't in the coat, it's in behavior. Part 4. Your cat may become less frantic around food. Some cats don't just eat. They rush, they cry, they follow you like something urgent is about to happen. Most owners call that personality. But what if it isn't? What if your cat isn't greedy, but simply never feels truly satisfied? Cats are not built to chase fullness the way humans do. Their brains rely on very specific signals, protein, fat, and physical volume to register that a meal is complete. Dry food often misses that balance. It digests quickly, it lacks moisture, and it doesn't stretch the stomach enough to activate that quiet, "I'm done" signal. So the cycle begins. Eat partial satisfaction, drop, seek again. That's why some cats seem restless around food. Not because they love it more, but because their body keeps telling them something is still missing. Wet food interrupts that loop. Higher protein triggers stronger satiety signals. Moisture adds physical volume, which gently expands the stomach. Together, they create a more complete feedback response to the brain, and the change can feel almost emotional. The pacing slows down, the urgency fades, that constant edge around feeding time softens. But here's the part most people miss. Your cat isn't becoming calmer, they're becoming regulated, because for the first time their internal signals are matching what their body actually needs. If your cat has ever acted desperate around food, comment 1. because what you saw as behavior may have been biology asking for something it never fully received. Part 5. The hidden risk most owners never think about. Now here's where everything quietly shifts. Wet food can help your cat in ways most owners never fully understand, but it can also create a problem if you treat it like dry food, and that's where many people get it wrong. Kibble is stable. It can sit out for hours without much change. Wet food is different. The moment it's exposed to air and room temperature, a countdown begins. Bacteria don't need a smell. They don't need a color change. They don't wait for you to notice. They multiply silently. And for cats that graze the ones who eat a little, walk away, then return later, this becomes a hidden risk. Because that second visit may not be the same meal anymore. It may look identical. It may even smell fine to you. But your senses are not designed to detect early bacterial growth. And your cat trusts what's in the bowl. This is how something meant to improve health can quietly work against it. The rule is simple, but rarely followed precisely. Wet food should not sit out for extended periods. If it's uneaten, it needs to be removed. Leftover portions should be sealed and refrigerated properly. And even then, they have a limited window before quality drops. There's another detail most owners overlook. Temperature. Cats are instinctively drawn to food that mimics fresh prey, slightly warm, close to body temperature. Cold food straight from the fridge can feel off to them, not unsafe, but unnatural, so they hesitate, or eat less, or seem picky for reasons that have nothing to do with taste. This is the difference between feeding your cat and feeding them in alignment with what their biology expects. Wet food is not just a better option, it's a more sensitive one. And the way you handle it determines whether it supports your cat or quietly creates stress inside their system. So what really changes when you feed your cat wet food every day? It's not just the bowl, it's the entire internal conversation happening inside their body. Hydration improves in a way their system was always designed for. Hunger becomes more stable, less frantic, less confusing. Their coat begins reflecting something deeper than grooming internal balance. And behaviors you once labeled as personality start to look very different, because your cat was never just reacting to food. They were responding to signals chemical, physical, instinctive that most humans were never taught to notice. This is where the shift happens. You stop asking, "What does my cat like?" and start asking, "What does my cat actually need?" And once you see that difference, you can't unsee it. If this video made you look at your cat in a completely new way, comment part 2. Because in the next video, we'll break down what dry food may be doing to your cat's stress, sleep, and long-term behavior, the part most owners never question.